this video I'm going to be changing some wheel bearings on this 2005 GMC. So it's a pretty common problem with GM vehicles. You know, your wheel bearings go bad and start making noise. So this particular one's four-wheel drive, and it's not too bad of a job, and I've done quite a few, so it should go relatively smoothly. Okay, there's a couple of things we have to take off before we can get the wheel bearing off. First, we got to take off the brake caliper and the disc. And I think I'm just going to try to skip taking this bolt out, because we'll have to take the bracket off too, which is a big bolt back here. So I might just leave the caliper and the bracket one, take it off as one, and then we got to pop this cap off here, and then get an axle nut socket, which would be probably your one specialty tool you're going to need for this job. I'll let you know what size it is once I get there, and take the axle nut off, and then use like a chisel or something and hammer on that, not on the threads, but just gently hammer that in to make sure it's not going to be seized in the bearing before we try hammering the bearing off. So I'm going to work on getting these brakes off, and then get the axle nuts out. Okay, these bolts back here are 18 millimeter. Let's see if I can get lucky and get my impact gun back here. Be a good time to make sure your brake pads are in good shape. My teachers used to tell me when the thickness of the friction material is less than the thickness of this metal backing plate, that pad's technically worn out. There's the nut we gotta take off for the axle. Let me get my axle nut socket set and see what size this is. Looks like a 35 millimeter fits it pretty good, so 35 it is. Alright, now this is the part where I'm going to make sure the axle isn't seized to the bearing. So I got the axle nut screwed back on to protect the threads, and there's a little indentation in here for like a punch or something if you run into this, but I'm hoping it's not going to be too stuck. Yep, so it should be fine. It didn't take much to move it, so it's not seized in there. Let's see if we can get this brake disc off. So this caliper is actually stuck on to the hub, but I noticed I had a couple of bolt holes here that look to be regular standard thread for a 3/8 bolt with a 9/16 head on it. So I have a bunch of those laying around. So I grabbed a few, and we'll see if this will work getting this stuck disc off here. Definitely did the trick. So now I just need to unplug the ABS sensor. So that's where it goes into the bearing. Now the bearing I have has a brand new lead on it too, so I'm just gonna, I don't have to take that out. More than likely that doesn't look like it's gonna come out, so I just need to unclip this line from all the various places it's snapped in, and then up there somewhere it unplugs. So and then pay attention where the orientation of where the wire comes out is, because that way you can put this back in the right way around, so you don't get clocked wrong. I think the only problem you'd really run into is that wouldn't be in the right place, but just remember that, put it in so that's there. Okay, it's time to take out the bolts that hold the bearing on. They're 15 millimeter. There's 3 of them. There's one here, there's one up here that you can't really see in the camera, and then there's one over here on the other side, like opposite of this one, but on the other side of the CV. And I would highly recommend using 6-point sockets, especially if you live in like Michigan or similar where cars get rusty, because you don't want to strip one of these out, because you'd be screwed. So 6-point sockets grip a lot better. Okay, here comes the fun part. So I turn the wheels back. We're working on the passenger side wheel bearing, and I have the wheels turned to the left, or driver's side. So this is the back. So I'm going to have my hammer pass through here where the brake caliper bolts onto, and then hit the back of the bearing right here with my sledgehammer. And that's how we'll get it to come off. That was one that was roaring, I think. Alright, now let's put the new one on. So now we're remembering the orientation of where the wires are for the ABS. Get this baby to mesh in with the CV shaft. Start screwing in our bolts for the bearing. So I'm going to round it around and tighten each bolt up little by little until the whole thing was seated, and then I went through and made sure they all stayed tight. And one step I didn't do that you might is if you had a dust cover for the brakes. This truck don't have them. A lot of times they get rusty, and people don't bother putting them back on because they're so rusted. But if you had them, that'd go on in between the bearing and this hub here. So now I'm going to work on getting these brakes put back on. By the way, I recommend everybody look up their own torque specs for everything if you want to torque these things down properly. Now if you had a bunch of rust on your brake disc, it'd be a good time to clean it off before you put it back on here. That could cause a vibration if you have a bunch of rust built up when you took it apart. But this one here looks pretty good, so throw that back on. So I ended up having to separate the caliper bracket from the caliper anyway, because I couldn't get all this to go back together in one piece. Not a big deal though. So just slide this guy back on. Okay, so here's my new wiring for the sensor. And just what runs over here. And then this clips into here. That one goes there, I know that. That's the sensor. That's where it plugs in to the truck. Well, that's it for this job. Pretty straightforward and easy. So, you know, this is the same for a 99 to 07 Classic. So, with those bearings just like that. Also, I believe the two-wheel drives had a bearing like that, except for you're not fighting around that CV axle, so it makes it easier. Also, cars like the W and H bodies, or like a Grand Prix or an Impala, have that kind of bearing in it. So it applies to a lot of different GM cars. Usually just the 3 bolts hold them in. And yeah, not too bad of a job. So I guess that's it for this video, and I'll see you next time.